because too many people out here moving reckless, living blind, and calling it freedom. You call it keeping it real? Listen, I ain't here to talk at you. I'm here to talk to you. Nah, that's you being comfortable in your own destruction. You see, the world already got enough fools in it, don't be another one. A lot of people love to talk about how life did them wrong. But let me tell you something, life don't care about your excuses. They point fingers, make excuses, and tell stories about why they couldn't make it. The streets don't care. The world don't care. Nobody's coming to save you. See, that's the difference between people who rise and people who rock. You either get up and own your life, or you sit back and keep blaming everybody for where you're at. The ones who rise, they take accountability. They look in the mirror and say, it's on me. They stop crying about what their parents didn't do, what school didn't teach them, what the government didn't give them. They realize every second they spend complaining is a second they could have used building. It's looking at your failures and saying, yeah, I did that. That's on me. Accountability ain't easy. It's heavy. It's realizing that your bad habits, your laziness, your distractions, they cost you more than money. And time, that's the one thing you never get back. They cost you time. That's when accountability separates the real from the fake. Everybody want to be successful till it's time to sacrifice. Everybody want to talk about the grind till it's time to wake up early, study and stay disciplined when nobody watching. You ever notice how people love to say, I can't catch a break? But when you keep blaming others, you give your power away. Because when it's your fault, you got the power to fix it. No, you can't. You just keep breaking yourself. You keep choosing comfort over growth, emotions over logic. You keep repeating the same moves, the same mindset, expecting different results. Owning your life means owning the pain that built you. And then you call it bad luck. That's not bad luck. That's bad choices. It means understanding that failure ain't the end, it's feedback. When something don't go your way, don't run from it. Sit with it, study it, learn why. Ask yourself what you could have done better. A man that blames the world will never master it. That's how you grow. That's how you build character, wisdom, and strength. A man that owns his world can rebuild it from nothing. And that's the truth a lot of people don't want to face. It's easier to scroll, to distract yourself, to complain, to envy the next man's blessings. You got to plant your own seeds. You got to work your own dirt. But real talk, you don't know his story. You don't know what he sacrificed to get there. And you're going to find your blessings hating on his. It's the moment you stop being the victim and start being the author of your own story. You start understanding that every wrong move you made was a lesson, not a loss. Accountability is freedom. Every person that betrayed you was a reminder to move smarter. That's how you grow from pain instead of drowning in it. Every mistake was a sign to elevate. And look, nobody's perfect. You're going to mess up. You're going to fail. You're going to fall short. But the difference between winners and quitters is how they respond to it. When you take accountability, failure don't define you. It refines you. It polishes your mindset. It sharpens your vision. You start thinking long-term, not quick fix. You start moving with purpose, not impulse. Don't ever let your ego convince you that you know it all. Don't ever let your pride stop you from learning. Because the moment you think you know everything, you stop growing. So if you want to level up, start with yourself. And the moment you stop growing, you start dying. Check your habits. Check your circle. Check your attitude. And if they don't fix that, ask yourself if your actions match your ambition. Ask yourself if you're really putting in the work you talk about. The truth is, nobody can hold you back like your own excuses can. Because the only person standing between you and your potential is you. Excuses are just lies your comfort zone tells your ambition. And the longer you listen, the longer you stay stuck. So today, silence that voice. Stop pointing fingers. Stop explaining your failures away. Because once you learn to take full responsibility for everything in your life, start owning them, start fixing them, start moving different, you unlock a power most people never touch. You stop being a passenger and become the driver. You stop reacting and start creating. And that's when your life changes for real. Accountability ain't punishment, it's power. And the moment you embrace it, that's the moment you stop being average and start being unstoppable. A lot of people out here walking blind, chasing things they don't even understand. They move fast, but don't move smart. That talk loud, but don't say nothing. And the crazy part, they think that's normal, but that's the trap. That's how you get played. They think being unaware, being uninformed, being disconnected from truth is just how life is supposed to be. See, knowledge ain't just some school thing, it's survival. It's the difference between being controlled and being in control. When you don't know, people can feed you anything, lies, distractions, illusions, and you'll eat it up because you don't got the tools to tell the difference. Not always a physical death, sometimes it's spiritual, mental, financial. That's why ignorance is death. You're alive, but your mind dead. You breathing, but you not living. You can't build nothing real if you don't understand what you're building. You can't claim you want success if you don't study what success really takes. They say they want to be free, but they don't learn discipline. They say they want peace, but they don't learn self-awareness. A lot of folks say they want to be rich, but they don't read about money. Once you know better, you can't go back to pretending. That's why so many people keep running in circles. Same mistake, same pain, different day. Knowledge is power because it changes how you move. When you understand how this world works, you start falling for every trap they set for you. You stop letting fear make your choices. You stop letting social media tell you who you are. You start thinking long term, you start thinking legacy. That's when life shifts. Ignorance is what they sell you to keep you distracted. They want you chasing trends instead of truth. They want you watching drama instead of studying strategy. They want you arguing online while they're out here buying land, building businesses, owning assets. The real game ain't in the spotlight, it's in the information. Because a person who don't know his worth can be controlled cheap. They want you focused on everything but your own potential. Whoever got the knowledge runs the play. Your looks can fade, your status can change. What's in your head can feed you forever. That's why you gotta invest in your mind more than your image. If you understand how money moves, you'll never stay broke. If you understand yourself, you'll never be lost. If you understand people, you'll never be fooled. You gotta read, you gotta listen, you gotta observe. Don't be the loudest in the room, be the one who learns the most. Don't be afraid to ask questions, don't be ashamed to not know. Ignorance only dangerous when you choose to stay there. Every day you should be learning something that pushes you forward, mentally, spiritually, financially. That's how you build power, that's how you protect your future. The problem is, people want success faster than they want understanding. They want the results without the research. They want to win without studying the game. You can't skip the process, but that's not how this works. The people who last, the ones who build empires, they took time to learn the rules, then they mastered how to bend them. You can't win a game you don't study. You can't fight a system you don't understand. Ignorance looks easy, but it costs you everything. It costs you opportunities. It costs you money. It costs you peace. Knowledge don't just make you smarter, it makes you dangerous. It costs you your purpose, and by the time you realize it, the world don't pass you by. Because now you see through things. You see fake friends coming before they show up. You see bad deals before they hit your pocket. You see manipulation before it touches your mind. So when I say feed your mind, I mean feed it with things that grow you. That's real power. You don't gotta copy nobody, just learn and apply. Not gossip, not negativity, not noise. Feed it with truth, with ideas, with lessons from people who already walked the path. Information means nothing if you don't apply it. That's the key. Knowledge without action is just potential sitting on a shelf. The moment you decide to learn, you start evolving. That's why people might say you changed, and they're right. The moment you start evolving, you start fitting into old spaces. Growth makes people uncomfortable, but ignorance keeps you chained. You're supposed to. So wake up every day hungry to know more. Not just facts, but wisdom. How to move, how to think, how to lead. Because once your mind expands, it never shrinks again. And once your eyes open, they never see the world the same. Knowledge is power. It's freedom, it's protection, it's elevation. Ignorance is death. Slow, quiet, but certain. So choose life. Choose to know. Choose to grow. Because the more you know, the further you go. Everybody want to win until discipline shows up. That's when most people fold, because discipline don't feel good, it's not exciting, it's not loud, it's not fast. That's the part emotions can't handle. It's that quiet grind, a daily commitment, the lonely hours when nobody clapping for you. But that's the part that builds you. One day you're motivated, the next day you're drained. Your emotions change with the weather. Emotions are temporary, discipline is forever. One minute you're ready to conquer the world, the next minute you can't even get out of bed because emotions don't care about your goals. If you let emotions run your life, you're gonna be stuck in that cycle forever. They care about comfort. Discipline is when you show up even when you don't feel like it. And comfort kills dreams every single day. When you keep working even when the results ain't showing yet. When you stay focused even when nobody watching. That's what separates the talkers from the doers. You gotta learn how to control your emotions before they control you. But discipline says, I don't care how I feel, I got work to do. Everybody got emotions. Everybody feels tired, frustrated, or doubtful sometimes. That's what happens when emotion runs the show. Anger, fear, jealousy, laziness, all of that can destroy you if you let it. You ever seen somebody throw away everything they built just because they couldn't control how they felt in one moment? One bad move can cost you your future. One emotional decision can destroy years of progress. That's why you need discipline to keep you grounded when your emotions try to pull you off track. It comes from repetition, from pain, from self-respect. Discipline, they don't come easy. You build it day by day, doing small things, right, even when nobody's forcing you. Wake up early. Stay consistent. Keep your word. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's discipline. It's the unglamorous part of success, but it's the foundation of everything real. See, emotions tell you what you want right now. Emotions want revenge, discipline wants growth. Discipline tells you what you need in the long run. Emotions want comfort, discipline wants results. And that's the difference between temporary satisfaction and long-term success. Emotions want the weekend, discipline wants the legacy. You can't let your emotions dictate your hustle.